Let's go. Okay, question 4 from January 2012, indices. So part 1, these are just the kind of things that we just need to remember. Our laws, 3 to the minus 2, we've just said, what does the minus power mean? What does the minus power mean?
Not 1 over 3 to the power of 1, that minuses.
Exactly, it'd be 1 over 3 to the power of 2, and so we're going to write it being 9. Evaluate, of course, just means find the value of, so we want to write a simple numerical answer. When we come to part 2, we've got 16 to the power of 3/4. Now when you've got a fractional power like this, you can take it in either order. So what we could do is we could cube 16 and then find the 4th root of it. But that's going to be much more difficult because then we have to think about big numbers. We have to cube 16 to start with. So it's always going to be easier to do it the other way around, to think the power of a 4, the quarter there, the 4 on the bottom of that fraction, means we're going to find the 4th root, and the 3 means we're going to cube it. So we'll do it in that order. We will find the 4th root of 16, and then we'll cube it. And I wouldn't necessarily write that stage, but that's the order that we're thinking of things. So the 4th root of 16, well, if you go through the powers of 2, it's 2, 4, 8, 16, so that would be 2. So we've got 2 cubed, which gives us an answer of 8. Okay. You see how much easier it is to do it that way around. If we went 16 cubed first, then that is a big amount. Okay, and the third one is root 200 over root 8. Now, there's a couple of ways we can go about doing this. We've just talked about inserts, we rationalise the denominator, so we could try multiplying top and bottom by root 8 and try and simplify it that way. But I think that's quite a difficult way of going about doing it. Better would be to simplify the surds first. Now 200, what's the biggest square number that goes into 200?
100.
Well, it's 100, isn't it? So that's root 2 times root 100. So it's 10 times root 2. And root 8, what's the biggest square number that goes into 8? It's 4. So that's root 2 times root 4. So root 8 is 2 root 2. At which point we see that we've got a common factor of root 2 on the top and the bottom of the fraction. So we can get rid of that. We've then got a common factor of 2 as well. 10 divided by 2 is going to give us 5. And that's quite nice, isn't it? The other way that we could have done this, of course, is we could have said, think of it all inside the square root sign right at the start. So it's the square root of 200 over 8. We could have thought about it like that. 200 divided by 8 would be, what is that? 25. That's 25, isn't it? And root 25 is 5. So there's a couple of ways that we could have gone about doing that. There we go. That's another 5 marks. So we've just picked up 12.5% of the paper on this indices and surds stuff.